Here it is, episode 2. Newcastle United currently sitting in 5th place. The January transfer window, it was open, and we knew if we were going to be able to bring in any new young players, we'd have to sell some. And Manquillo was the first one up. He went to Villarreal for 10 million, but apparently it was the end of a saga. Come on, son, it's not Twilight. Kieran Clark would also pack his bags going to Mönchengladbach for 5.5 million, meaning that we had 10 million to spend and it was all going to be getting invested into the future. Casillas being the first lad to come into the team for 3.4 million. We also did a cheeky deal with Leverkusen for Paulinho. Atsu going in the opposite direction and a little bit of change. But transfers over with, we're moving on. First game of the second half of the season, and we knew we would have to put in a decent performance because we were going up against Leicester City. There was only one goal in this, but Miggy stepped up to the plate with an absolute rocket. See you later, son. Not a thing that Schmeichel could do about it. Brendan, thanks for them 3 points, mate. Next game up against Chelsea earlier in the season, there was only one goal that separated the two teams, but this one would be different, and that lad knew it was over before it had even begun. Because this was a different Newcastle, a Newcastle that wanted to be lifting that Premier League trophy. Boadu would open up the scoring early on. He would have the game of his life. Dembele though, don't forget about him. 2-0 going into the second half. Boadu would then play in St. Maxima, who would do a little bit of magic and then play it across. Boadu getting his second. He was going for that hat-trick. The goals, they would not stop coming. Barco making it 4-0. Boadu would play in Miggy. Miggy playing it across. Dembele with a shot. Kept able to save. But Boadu able to pick up his hat-trick. He was not done there though. He was looking to end Kepa's career. Making it 6. And that was that. Boadu, 5 shots on target. 4 goals. Absolutely amazing. Definitely living up to that number 9 shirt. We'll move on though. Emirates Stadium. Arsenal versus Newcastle. Would that lad be able to put on a performance like he did against Chelsea? That was the question. It would be Dembele though, getting the first opportunity, able to slot it past Leno, opening up his account early on. He did get a great opportunity, but Sideshow Bob would bring him down. He's had an absolute nightmare. Dembele would be the one to step up. Leno does not even move. It was 2-0 and we're only 16 minutes into the game. Arsenal, they were able to pull one back. Martinelli on the volley. He was celebrating like he had just won the World Cup. Bless him, because Boadu wanted to get on that score sheet. And there was a fantastic ball played through from Barco. He was one-on-one with Leno, but there was only ever going to be one outcome, and that was that. Newcastle United winning 3-1. We were destroying teams left, right and centre. Win after win after win. And then we would come up against the league leaders, Manchester City. This was going to be the real test. The lads were confident going into this one. You knew it had to be a big game because Manchester City actually had some fans in the stadium, and it would be all Newcastle in the first half. We'd have some absolutely amazing chances, but Edison just seemed to be on form. Miggy hitting the post, we just could not seem to find the back of the net. Boadu with a fantastic opportunity late on in the first half, but yet again Edison with them saves. Kenny knew that we were on the verge of beating Manchester City until Sané would end that, putting them 1-0 up. That was it over. Pep giving a little talk to Kenny, but Kenny had different things on his mind because Newcastle United, all they needed from this next game was 1 point to guarantee Champions League football next season. The fans, they knew it as well. We were up for it. We didn't just want 1 point though, we wanted all 3. There was great saves from both keepers in the first half, but it would be Newcastle United that would capitalise just before half time. It was a great shot saved. A little bit of skill from St. Maxima off Boadu's bonce, and we were 1-0 up. It looked like we would be gaining them 3 points until Dele Alli would find the back of the net and make it 1-1 with 5 minutes to go. I see you, son. I see you right below Newcastle United. Yes, we finished in 4th place. Newcastle were going to be in the Champions League next season. It would be Manchester City that would be winning the Premier League. Mane would be getting the golden boot. 27 goals. Pulisic picking up the assists, but St. Maxima there with 12. Liverpool having a decent season, picking up both the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup. Looking at Europe, Manchester United were able to lift that Europa League trophy, but it was all about the Champions League. Barcelona picking up that trophy, and that's what it would all be about next season.